Hey there, beautiful souls. Are you ready for your general intuitive tarot reading for October? If this is your first time to this channel, hello and welcome. This is Universal Wisdom Tarot. And if you are returning, thanks for joining me once again. As always, please remember that not all messages will resonate for everyone, so take what does and leave the rest for someone else, because these are readings for the collective. If you haven't already, I would ask that you take a second right now to click the subscribe button, which is free for you and is a great way to support the channel. Also, if you are enjoying these videos and want to see more of them, then let YouTube know that by clicking the like button as well. If we take a quick look at the astrology for October, the retrograde motion of Saturn, Neptune, and Uranus might feel like a regression of old stories and people reappearing in your life. But it really isn't. So instead, use this as an opportunity to wrap up the past and take care of any unfinished business. This is particularly important if you are an Aries, Taurus, Gemini, or Pisces, as you will feel it and benefit from it the most. Now, on October 6th, we have a full moon in Aries, which inspires us to channel our inner pioneer and get ready to chase big dreams. When Venus enters Libra on October 13th, our romantic life receives blessings. Dating and friendships will go well for all signs, but if you're Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius in particular, you'll get a charismatic boost. The new moon in Libra on October 21st might bring on a fear that reminds us of a little insecurity we may have thought we'd overcome. But this is an opportunity to truly rise above that challenge and show what we're capable and made of. These lunar vibes might feel particularly intense for Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorns. October 22nd marks the sun's entrance into Scorpio. The season of the witch begins now, and it's set to get spooky in every sense of the word. Over the next 4 weeks, a general sense of mystery might be felt in the air. And finally, on October 28th, the most positive and harmonious aspect of the month occurs when Mars trines Jupiter. Do you feel like taking a risk? The universe says to go for it. Those who act on their desires, especially Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, could find themselves in the right place at the right time. Now, let's see what other messages the universe has for you, so I'll catch you on the flip side of this video. All right, beautiful souls, and this reading is for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. It is for the month of October. I hope you're well, Leo. I hope your year has been going well. And here we are in October, and one of the best days is at the end of October, which is Halloween. Lots of people love Halloween. Lots of people like to go out, enjoy themselves. And in honor of that, I'm going to use this deck for clarifying your cards. This is my Jack-o'-lantern tarot deck. So we're going to use those cards to clarify your messages. Halloween was known by the Celtic and the Gaelic people as a Samhain or Samhain, depending on how you pronounce it. And it was a time of celebration, a time the harvest had been coming in and they were celebrating. And usually it started around the evening of October 31st, went into the 1st. And so it was a time when they believed that the veil between the worlds, between this world and the next world, was either at its thinnest or that the line between those two worlds could be blurred, and so that it would be very easy for them to connect with their ancestors. All right, so let's get into your tarot messages. Maybe your ancestors want to give you some messages for the month of October. Let's see what's going on for you, and I will give thanks to the angel, spirits, guides, and the universe for the messages they provide and for assisting me in interpreting the messages for the highest vibrational good of my Leo seekers. All right, let's get messages, please, for Leo for the month of October. Oh, something flew out. Oh, star card, lovely. Beautiful energy to start off. Star, feeling very aligned. Oh, another thing flew out. Okay, they're giving me so many messages and your cards haven't even come out yet, and the cards are like flying high. The energy is going crazy here. So you have the Wheel of Fortune. That's 2 major arcana. Okay, you have the Queen of Swords here. Oh my God. Stuff is just like, the cards here are just like flying out. There's the Emperor card. That's 3 major arcana, my friends. My goodness, you like, okay, they're bombarding me here. They are bombarding me here with energy and with messages. So I feel like this is going to be an action-packed reading. Take what resonates for you. Leave the rest for somebody else. Okay, I feel like I'm getting a lot of messages for a lot of different people, and so I'm just going to have to start giving them. And then, as I said, take what's yours, leave the rest for somebody else. Empress, a lot going on here. A very busy time. Something is flourishing here for you. This Empress here has a big, beautiful skirt on, which is it's like a flower. And it's got all of the petals here, and it's got more flowers underneath. So it's blooming, and just a whole bouquet of stuff is going on here. I need to tell you, you have the Emperor and the Empress here, which is a divine couple. All right, so I say to you that you can certainly speak the language of love here, because there is a divine couple going on there. I would say it's an ideal time for telling somebody that you love them, to your soulmate. I feel like these are soulmates, Emperor and Empress energy here. And I have to say that you have 4 major arcana: the Star, the Wheel of Fortune, the Emperor, and the Empress. So this is a time for you of learning. It's a time of getting messages here that are very, very important, okay? It's a time saying that, yeah, I sort of feel like with this Wheel of Fortune, this Empress card, that's so much going on, that it's something that's blooming, that's busy, that you're flitting from, I don't know, from one errand to another. It's a busy time of year for you. But I kind of feel like with this Empress card, and because the stars are shining down on you, the wheel is working in your favor. The Emperor card is saying you're managing it. The Emperor card is saying that you've got it. You have no trouble managing this, especially if this is related to your household. I feel like there is a hive of activity that is going on with you and what's going on in your home, but I feel like you're in charge. You have the Emperor and the Empress, okay? So this is energy, this is extreme energy of being in charge, managing it, right? The Empress is a card, it's Mother Nature, okay? And the Emperor is the Emperor, right? Which is, the big guy who's in charge, and it's my way or the highway. So I kind of feel like you're managing this household, you're managing what's going on in your life, whether in any area of your life. I feel like there's a hive of activity going on, and I feel like you are in charge. You are the queen bee here. Okay, now I feel that if you are in this situation, I feel like for somebody that the message is that you may need to get away for a little bit because there's so much going on, or it's almost too much going on, that you know, if your schedule allows it, right? Because the Wheel of Fortune there is not just a wheel, it's a character that has all these cogs, right? And saying that if one of those cogs is out of place, then something, you know, the machine doesn't work, right? It doesn't, you know, everything has to fall into place. So I do feel like you're looking out with that Queen of Swords and saying, can I take some time off? Can I get away? Can I, you know, if your schedule allows this for you, I'm going to say, you know, there, it's like you're looking off into the distance there to some kind of faraway adventure. All right. So I would say to you, that's going on as well. Some very, very interesting energy here. I do feel it's a bit of a mixed bag, Leo. Let's get into the clarifiers a little bit. Let's start by talking about the Star card, right? The Star card is the card of alignment. Very optimistic time here for you. Very optimistic and a very hopeful time. It's like you have a strong faith in the universe that things are working the way they need to work. And I feel that too with the Wheel of Fortune, in that you're feeling like all the cogs are in the right place, right? The stars are aligned for you, and they're shining down on you, and they're leading the way, okay? Now, if you have not been feeling well, this is the message I have to give, right? Because they give me messages. Like I said, it's going to be a mixed bag reading. I'm feeling it already. I got messages left, right, and center. So some will be for you, some will be for other people. I do feel like for somebody, there's the Six of Swords as the clarifier that came out first, is that things are going in the right direction for you, okay? For some of you, that is the card of travel, all right? For many of you, it is just things are smooth sailing and going in the right way. Know that you are protected. You've got a nice, like, guard up there of all those swords in front of you in that boat. So, you know, it doesn't matter what waters are ahead. You are definitely going to be navigating this in the proper way because the stars are guiding you. It's like they are the map to showing you the way to go with the Six of Swords. All right. Now, for some of you, that is also a card of travel. So as I said, if you are trying to get away and you're hearing your intuition tell you, get away, and your schedule allows it, then I'd say to you, plan something because you have that Six of Swords there, okay? But the star is definitely saying that it's guiding you and your wishes. Now, for some of you also, I want to say that if you have not been well, then you're healing. This is the card of healing energy, and I'm feeling like for somebody, you're healing and you're, maybe you've had surgery or something, and if that's the case for you, then your healing is going in the right direction as well, because the Star card and the Six of Swords together would be that your healing is going in the right direction. All right. But there's definitely promise here in this month. I don't know what that means. Only you know what that means. This is a reading for the collective. So take it how it resonates, feels true and right for you, and leave the rest for somebody else, okay? Now, I would also say for somebody, make a wish, because that's what we do on stars. We make wishes on stars, right? Make a wish, and then the universe hears you, all right? I also feel like the stars are illuminating something for you, and illuminating the possibilities of something, whatever that might mean. Again, take it how it resonates, okay? And I do feeling strongly with that Emperor and Empress, a little bit of love here that's going on between the two of them. Let's continue to clarify. You have the Seven of Swords, which is another sword, which is the mind, right? So I feel like for some of you, you're putting in some kind of really good strategy for yourself, some really good plan as to how to manage everything that's going on. I feel like you're okay. For some of you, I feel like you're very mindful of something. Again, not sure who that message is for, but you're being very mindful and being very strategic about something here. That is the Seven of Swords saying, you know, be smart, use a strategy. And I'd say it's definitely the time to, you know, I like prepare for something, because I feel like you're in charge. Okay, as I said, I feel like you're in charge, and maybe you're preparing for something like, I don't know, like family gathering. Okay, but I also feel like you're in charge of some major decisions with this Seven of Swords, and it requires you to, you know, think it through a little bit, and to maybe put in a better strategy or put in a plan. Yeah, if you're responsible for some major decisions regarding you and others, like your loved ones, I'd say don't worry about it. The strategy, you're going to have the right strategy. You're going to have the right plan, and you know, you're going to know what to do because the stars are guiding you again. All right, these cards are clarifying the star card, so it's saying it's going to work properly. There's the Seven of Pentacles. This is the card of really saying, you know, timing is everything, right? So is the Wheel of Fortune. Timing is everything. Okay, so you need to do this in the right timing. Okay, not everything works out exactly, you know, when we want it to. It's in the divine timing, or it's in the timing of the universe when things happen and how they occur. And it is the card of saying hard work and patience will reward you. All right, that's the Seven of Pentacles. So if you have been waiting for something and wishing upon those stars, then I'd say that's when the fruit you get to bear the fruit, right? Now, usually this card is a little hard to see it because it's just a bunch of pentacles like all lined up on a pole there or on the tree, but usually, you know, in other decks, it's very clearly that those pentacles are like fruit on a tree. So it's like bearing fruit, and fruit does not come off a tree just because you yank hard. It has to be ripe for it to come off when we're ready for it to come into play. All right, so that is the Seven of Pentacles in the stars there. All right. But I want to go back to your major arcana messages here with this Wheel of Fortune, okay? Wheel of Fortune is that. It's timing. It's everything happens in divine timing. The Wheel of Fortune is also the card of luck. It is the card of karma for some. It is, you know, your destiny, okay? So I feel like things are aligned properly for you, particularly, as I said, that I feel like every cog in that character's dress, on the inside of that character, is the machine is like a well-oiled machine, and things are going here and rolling for you favorably. Okay, so it is really good time to be doing whatever it is that you want to achieve. I don't feel like this is the time when you're going to falter. Okay, you have opportunities here. All right, I feel like you have opportunities, and you get clarity with that Queen of Swords. All right. Yeah, I was going to say, if you're making decisions, don't worry. You're going to, the timing of something is so right, okay? And for somebody, I have to say the timing is right to perhaps pop the question. I don't know who that's for, okay? I do feel like you'll do that in the right timing, obviously. Again, it's not a message for everybody, but it's certainly a message for somebody, Leo, that needs to hear it. King of Cups says that you are in a really nice place, okay, in terms of being, feeling very comfortable that you've mastered your own ship, okay? Your head and your heart are in the right place, that you're very balanced, okay? That you know, there is the emotions. It's not your emotions are stronger than your intellect, or your intellect and your wisdom is stronger than your emotions. Everything is well balanced. The King of Cups normally is sitting on a throne in some major rough waters, all right? And so, you know, it's like it's a ship, that throne that he's sitting on, and yet it's not showing that, you know, the image on the card usually is not showing that the, you know, that it's thrown over to one side, or that the king is falling over, right? It's very well balanced, extremely balanced. Okay, so when you are in balance and have your, you know, heart and your head in balance, then you can, you know, you're the master of your ship, and you can like pretty much guide it and do it anywhere. And this is what, you know, the Wheel of Fortune is saying, is it's the timing. Things are going right for you. That those wheels of those cogs are going to be able to spin, and the well-oiled machine is going to be able to work in your favor. All right. Also, King of Cups, definitely a lot of warm, genuine energy here. And I have to give this message because I keep getting this message of love, and I'm feeling it off of this Emperor and Empress. It's like your soulmate, all right? For somebody out there, I feel like it's an ideal time to be writing love songs. I don't know who I have to tell that to, but it's like you're writing love songs or sonnets to the one that you love, all right? And you're feeling like this emperor looking for his empress, okay? I think we'll get more into that when we get into that card, but let's continue to clarify the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, let's continue to clarify Wheel of Fortune. Play Two of Cups, definitely new relationships here, all right? So, you know, you see the energy comes, the messages come, and then the cards come. They just reflect the energy and the messages that I'm getting from my guides, all right? So there's definitely here a new relationship for someone. So if it is your soul, I feel like for somebody it's their soulmate. I feel like they're going to meet their soulmate. I feel like for somebody it's an ideal time for flirting. It's an ideal time. If you're already in the relationship, you're spicing it up or making it even better with those love songs or those sonnets or whatever it is. But I feel like in this new relationship, if you need to communicate with somebody, I feel like you're finding very sweet words here. Okay, I would say that you're definitely, you know, romancing this person in this new relationship. That is what the Two of Cups is all about. All right, and I feel like you'll be able to express what is in your big beautiful heart. Something just flew out. What the heck is that? Four of Wands. Okay, my God. Okay, Four of Wands. Definitely. You know, it's the card of marriage sometimes, all right? But it's a card of stability, all right? And so, and I'm saying, I just said, you're expressing what's in your big beautiful heart here. And if that is popping the question, then I'm going to say pop the question, all right? And you'll do it. You'll do it in the right timing. I think that's what I said earlier. So there, again, the cards just reflecting the energy that this is a good time for this, all right? And I felt it very strongly with that Emperor Empress. Like I felt like you know this in your heart that this is your soulmate, or that that you will have met your soulmate if it's a new relationship. All right, let's get into the Queen of Swords, because I do see you looking ahead to the future. I do see you trying to get clarity on something. I feel like for somebody, this could be related to keeping an eye on their expenses. I don't know why. I got to give us messages. As I said, this was going to be a mixed reading, all right? I feel like for somebody, they have to keep an eye on their expenses, because if they don't, Five of Swords, yeah, you might be taking on too much, okay? Be careful of that when it comes to spending too much money. Sorry, Three of Swords, not Five of Swords. it's going to bring on a little bit of bad thing there if you're not watching out for something. And I feel for somebody it is related to their expenses, all right, or that they're spending too much. I want to say that that's why you got to keep that eye trained in that telescope. Always keeping an eye on it, all right, because you don't want to have this temporary pain that the Three of Swords is indicating here, okay? So just watch your spending. You don't want to deplete your resources if you're not keeping an eye on it constantly. But I also feel like for somebody else in this Queen of Swords that you're looking for something, or you're waiting for something, or you know something is coming, and I feel like it's important news for somebody. I don't know who that message is for. It's definitely important news because you have the Ten of Pentacles here, and that's Ten of Pentacles is about your future. Ten of Pentacles is about the long term here. So I feel whatever news this is, this important news that's going to arrive or that you're waiting for, this is going to change the outlook of your future plans. That is what that is saying, all right? The Queen of Swords looking out to the future, and there's the future right there. That's the Ten of Pentacles. That's your long-term future. So I feel like if you are waiting for important news, I feel like there's an opportunity you're waiting for. Maybe you're waiting for a call for a job. Maybe you're waiting for a call for a promotion. Maybe you're waiting for a call for an offer, all right, or an announcement. Something, it's either you're looking out for it, or if you're not looking out for it, it's certainly coming your way. And this is going to change something in the future completely. Absolutely completely. All right. So I'd say be prepared for that. Okay. It could be related to those decisions that I said I felt for somebody else that you needed to make for yourself and others. So this news might mean that you have to make a decision. It could be that you're deciding to, the decision is the offer, is do you want to get hitched? Okay. You definitely have a focus here. You have the Eight of Pentacles that says there's strong focus on something. Okay. Now, for some of you, that's work, but for some of you, it's on your personal life, all right? And your home and home life too, okay? So let's get into the Emperor, as I was feeling very strongly that soulmate energy, but I'm also feeling an energy of you're in charge, right? I said you're the one who's guiding this. You're the one who's making the decisions. This is your reading after all. So I feel like there's definitely an Emperor involved here. You might be the Empress, you might be the Emperor, one or the other, but both, there's two energies here, and they're like very soulmate-y energy. You have the Ace of Swords that says somebody is claiming their power. Somebody is ruling the roost. Somebody is driving their future in the direction they want it. Somebody is claiming their crown right there, right? There is the crown right there with on that sword, all right? So there's new opportunity here, and perhaps a new offer, perhaps new ideas, perhaps new power that you never really had before. Make a wish, my friends, because that's the Nine of Cups right there. Nine of Cups says make a wish. What more could you want? You got a lot because you got 9 cups up there, but maybe you want one more, and whatever that wish is, that's the wish that you should be making, and will be a wish fulfilled, right? That is what that card is, okay? And I would say that, you know, you also have the Page of Pentacles here. So pages are news. So as I said before, if you were waiting for some news, I feel like the news is coming very soon. All right. And it's good news. Sometimes it's good news, financial news, Page of Pentacles. All right. It's time for you to take a leap, my friends. I'm feeling that as well. I don't know why, but as I said to you, I was getting a bunch of messages. Some will resonate, some won't. Anyway, let's get for Leo an oracle message. Okay, let's see what they want to tell you. Do you have a message, please, for my dear Leo friends? The beautiful Leo souls. Do you have a message for those beautiful Leo souls out there? Okay, your card's out. Give me a second. I'm going to get the book. And I'll show it to you in a second, okay? Okay, you have two cards, actually. I didn't realize they're stuck together here. Well, I'll give you both. I'll start with the first one. The first one is number 4, higher power. Okay, yeah, that's interesting. You see, I was taking it out. I said, why does this feel so thick? Okay, higher power. This card reminds you that you are more than a person trying to get ahead and make things happen for yourself and others. You have an immortal soul and are gifted with a human life through which a higher power can express itself. At this time, you need to be conscious of your connection to spirit and foster it through prayer and meditation. Okay, ask, what is the highest good for all? How can I serve? Then get out of your own way and trust that there is a plan for your life more wondrous than you can ever know. You are always protected and divinely directed. The second card you got was number 42, which is chop wood. So let's see what that one says. Chop wood. All right, and it says, there are times when the big dream is meant to lie dormant in your consciousness so that you can pay attention to the simple chores of your life. Consider why pruning a tree is the forerunner of delighting in the beautiful blooms when it is in full blossom. The mundane act of pulling off dead leaves, watering the soil, and then leaving it be to let nature take its course is an important step in manifestation. Taking your attention away from your goal brings you into a state of receptivity. This is the deeper purpose for releasing attachment. When you engage in everyday tasks in a meditative, contemplative way, you clear your energy to receive your aha moments, which brings you even closer to what you seek. Two really nice messages there, Leo. That was great. Got 2 messages. And I think that's a great way to leave your reading for now. I hope there was something in it and resonated with all those mixed bag messages. I would say don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell if you want to know when I drop my next video. If you haven't seen them already, I also posted some videos earlier for the 3-month look ahead, the last 3 months of 2025, October, November, December. If you've seen them, great. If you haven't and want to check that out, you can go onto the channel and find those. I'll see you again very soon, my friends. Until then, please know I am, as always, wishing you divine light and love.